Hello students, today we are going to start our lecture number 10 of module 2nd of subject nuclear physics. Okay. Up to the previous lecture, that is up to the lecture number 9, we studied the shell model and the problems on the shell model. That is finding the spin and parity of the given nuclide. Okay. Now in today's lecture, we are going to solve in today's lecture, we are going to study the achievements and failures of the shell model and Fermi gas model. Now, see our first point, achievements of the shell model. As the shell model is one of the successful model out of several models, few achievements are as given below. First one is, it explains stability of closed shell nuclei successfully. Yes, as I explained you in our previous lecture, when the nuclear is closed shelled, then it have very high stability. Okay. Second one, spin and parities of nuclear ground state are successfully predicted by the shell model. That is, how nuclear are feel in the nuclear shells actually governed by the prediction of the shell model. As I explained or as I completed the problems on the spin and parities of the given nuclide, same point is here. Next one, magnetic moments of nuclei. In odd nucleus, total angular momentum of the nucleus is equal to the angular momentum J of the last unpaired nucleon. Now, as when we are solved that problems on the spin and parity, at that time we studied that when odd nucleus is there, then the in that odd nucleus, some nucleons in that odd nucleus, there is a unpaired nucleon is there, last unpaired nucleon is there, and in that finding the spin and parity, we are just studying that last unpaired nucleon. That is similarly to finding the magnetic momentum of such nuclei, that is of that odd nuclei, then there is a total angular momentum of such nuclei, that is odd nuclei, is nothing but the angular momentum of that last unpaired nuclei. Similarly, here that is magnetic moment of nucleus is produced by the odd nucleons only. Electric quadrupole moment. The shell model also makes prediction about electric quadrupole moment of odd A and odd Z nuclide. It shows good agreement with practical data. As we saw in our above point, that magnetic moment of the nucleus is produced by the odd nucleons only. Similarly, here is also when the shade model also makes prediction about electric quadrupole moment and odd A and odd Z nuclide. Means as nucleus have magnetic momentum, similarly it also have an electrical quadrupole moment. Next point, it explains nuclear isomerism. Actually, what is nuclear isomerism for phenomenon? The nuclear isomerism phenomenon is that first one, the what is nuclear isomers? The nuclear isomers are the atoms with the same mass number and same atomic number but with different state of excitation in the atomic nucleus. Means what? There is a if there are two atoms having same mass number and same atomic number but there is a different in their excitations. Okay. Next one, beta decay. That is an achievements of shell model. That is, we can explain beta decay with the help of assumptions of the shell model. Next point is stripping reactions. Stripping reactions are useful to detect L values of nucleus, and this reaction we can explain with the help of shell model. Now, what is stripping reaction actually? Stripping reaction is that when the target is when the target just when target is strikes to the any when projectile is when projectile is strike on the target, then that projectile gives some energy or some part of that projectile gives to that target, and remaining part of that projectile is moves as the speed which is the original speed of that projectile. Means when that projectile is strike to that nucleus, it just give the some part of that projectile to the target and remaining part moves as is actually or is originally moves in that speed. Now next one, failures of shell model. Along with positive points of the shell model, there are some drawbacks or we can say that failures of the shell model, which is as given below. First one, shell model is unable to explain different nuclear reaction such as nuclear fusion as well as nuclear fission. Means as we saw that in our all the study of shell model, we not to say we not see any single point about the nuclear fusion and nuclear fission. That is, shell model is unable to explain that reaction. And next one is excited state of nucleus cannot be explained on the basis of shell model. As we studied that we can find the ground state of nucleus by using shell model, that is by using that nucleus configuration in that nucleus, but we can't find out the excited state of nucleus by using shell model. That is, these two is the drawbacks of our shell model. Now our next point is Fermi gas model. This model is statistical model of nucleus. It is similar to free electron gas model of the conduction electrons in the metal. In this model, several assumptions are made, which is are given as below. First one means this Fermi gas model is the statistical model, okay, and is similar to the our electron gas model, okay, which is used for the conduction of electrons in the metal. Some assumption is made here, and that assumptions are: first one is the nucleus is taken to be composed of degenerate Fermi gas of neutrons and protons. Now means the assumption is that the nucleus is considered as the nucleus is composed of Fermi gas of neutrons and protons, and the gas is considered degenerate because all the particles are crowded into the lowest possible states in manner consistent with the requirement of the Pauli's exclusion principle. Okay, to follow the Pauli's exclusion principle, there is the particle is crowded into the lowest possible state. As we are studied here, Fermi gas model means what is actually fermion? Fermion is nothing but the particle that follows the Fermi-Dirac statistics, and generally that fermions have or that fermions has half odd integer spin, that is spin half, spin 3 by 2, spin 5 by 2. And that Fermi gas is nothing but we can say that when there is a proton and neutron, that fermions actually nothing but proton, neutron, electron, okay. When that Fermi gas means when that proton and neutron are moving in that nucleus without interacting each other, and that number of protons and number of neutrons we are considering that particles of that protons and neutrons we are considering that Fermi gas, okay. And we know that the fermions are actually follows the Pauli exclusion principle. Actually, what is Pauli exclusion principle? Pauli exclusion principle is nothing but there is no two there is no two electron or particle or fermions that can have same quantum state. Means if if there is a two fermion having spin up, then that two fermion cannot occupy the same state. Means in that single state there is a, if we have to place two fermion in the single state, then that two fermion one have the up spin and second one should be have the down spin. Means the two fermions having the same quantum numbers cannot occupy the same state, okay. That's why and fermions are always follows the Pauli equilibrium principle. Maximum kinetic energy of particle in highest field state is nothing but the Fermi energy. As we know, when we are feeling that in the metal, when we are feeling that electron, then up to the highest energy, up to the we are feeling that electron, that energy is called an Fermi energy. Same criteria is follow here, as the maximum kinetic energy of particle in highest field state is nothing but Fermi energy. The nucleons move freely within a spherical potential well of proper diameter with depth adjusted so that the Fermi energy rises the highest lying nucleons up to the observed binding energy. Now that point is very important. See here, the nucleus move freely within a spherical potential well. As we studied that the nucleus when moving and that nucleus, they fills and potential, square well potential as well as harmonic potential. Okay. Similarly, that point is came here that when the nucleus are move freely within a square well potential, here we consider that potential as square well potential of proper diameter, spherical potential. That's why they should have a diameter spherical sphere with depth adjusted so that the Fermi energy rises the highest lying nucleons up to the observed binding energy. Next points here. As the nucleons in the nucleus are treated as Fermi gas, nucleus is like potential well which is filled separately with nucleons of each type. As the here we are considering nucleus is like an potential well, and in that potential well different levels are filled with nucleons, means either filled with proton or neutron separately. Consider potential well allowing the two particles of given types with opposite spin to each cell in phase space of volume h cube. As I explained above that the two particles, when we are filling that two particle in one state, then that two particles should have the opposite spin. Okay, by due to of that Pauli exclusion principle. According to Fermi statistic, number of nucleons having momentum in the range P2 P plus dp is given by dn is equal to 2 multiply with 4 pi p square dp divided by h cube v is equal to v divided by pi square h cross cube p square dp. Okay, this is nothing but the just number of nucleons having momentum in the range p to p plus dp. dn is a total number of nucleons. Now let us see Pmax be the maximum momentum below which all the states are filled. That occupancy, the number of neutrons, momentum states up to this momentum state up to this Pmax is given by, this is Pmax, Pmax is given by n is equal to 0 to Pmax dn v divided by 3 pi square h cross cube Pmax cube. Energy corresponding to this momentum is termed as energy F. Now, how actually this came here? V 3 pi square h cross cube P max cube, because here this is our dn and here is a integration with respect to dn 0 to P max. That's why this is a constant only. Integration of this P square, that is P cube by 3 is a integration of this. That's why p cube divided by h cross cube. P cube upper limit is p max. That's why we put here p max. Okay. And the energy corresponding to this is given as EF is equal to p square divided by 2mn. Okay. And we are putting here the value of p square, which is our previous value here. Okay. 3 pi square raised to 2 by 3 h cross square 2mn n by v 2 by 3, where v is the volume of nucleus, which is given as a 4 pi 3 pi r cube 4 pi 3 pi r naught cube by a, r naught cube by a due to of that nucleus. Now see here EF is equal to this. How this actually expression is came here? N by V 2 by 3. We just put the value of V here. If value of V put here 4 pi 3 4 by 3 pi r naught cube by a. 4 raised to 2 by 3. Okay. And similarly here also 2 by 3. That 4 is came out and 3 divided by. And here 3, 4 by 3. Then 3, here 4 by 3. 3 is in the numerator. Then it goes to the denominator. Okay. Sorry. 4 by 3 in this 4 by 3 in this volume we can see here. So here 4 by 3. 3 is in denominator. Okay. When we put the value of volume here, then that 3 came to the numerator, and that 3 multiplied 3, that will be the 9, and 4 is here as it is because we 4, and that 4 is just came out, and that pi square and that pi will 1 get cancelled, 1 pi, that's why only 9 pi by 4 raised to 2 by 3 h cross square divided by 2 mn r naught square and n by a, because as we put value of a, n by a raised to 2 by 3. Okay, this expression is for the nucleon, okay, neutrons only. Okay, now see here why neutrons, because we are considering in the mass of neutron. Okay, similar expression we can got for the proton gas. Only what is actually happening here, mn here should be the mass of proton, and n as n be the number of neutrons, but for the protons, how many protons? Z protons. That's why I directly put here Z value. Understand? Now next one, continue. Nucleus contains fewer protons than neutrons, and hence the maximum kinetic energy of the proton is less than that of neutrons. As we studied in our module first lectures, that in that stability curve I explain you that as the nucleus gets its larger size, that is greater than mass number 20, then what is actually happening due to of that protons repulsion, there is we are adding the extra neutrons to balancing that repulsive Coulomb repulsive force, and that's why nucleus contain fewer protons than neutron, means neutron number is larger than that of proton, and hence the maximum kinetic energy of the protons is less than that of the neutrons. Obviously, the kinetic energy of protons is less than that of the neutrons. If we consider electrostatic repulsion between protons, then similarly destroyed and model must involve two separate gases contained in two different wells and having different energy level. Topmost level for the neutron state and proton state must coincide. Hence, the neutron well is differ than the well of proton gas. As we should have the topmost level of neutron and proton, as we, as we studied that when we are finding the spin and parity of that given nuclide, we are filling the proton and neutron separately. Same as we filling proton and neutron separately in the different shell, then actually when we have to coincide that two state of proton and neutron, then when we are filling that neutron, the neutron potential well depth should be large. Okay, then and then only the highest states of the proton and neutron can coincide, because the proton number, if the proton number is less, then the energy will be as the proton energy is less or proton number is less, then they will easily fill that potential well. Okay, that's why this is due to the fact that neutrons have attractive interaction whereas proton exhibit repulsive interaction. In this way we can explain the stability of electron with the help of Fermi gas. Now see here one point, as I explained in our last point, that see here we can easily saw this is a neutron potential well, and this is a proton potential well. What is potential well and neutron potential difference? Here we can see that the potential depth of the neutron is larger than that of the proton. Okay, and this is a different filling of the neutrons levels, and this is a protons level, and this is a EF Fermi energy level, and this is a Fermi energy level or Fermi energy of that neutron. Okay, nearly how many, what is the Fermi energy? Nearly actually this is Fermi energy, but what is total V? 40 mega electron, means the neutron come out, the energy or the potential required to comes out that neutron up to the potential value is 40, and from this is nearly equal to 30 for proton. Okay, understand student? Thank you.